Good evening, family. It is Thursday, the 22nd of June. Happy winter solstice. It is winter over here in Down Under in Australia. It is summer in the Northern Hemisphere. And that's why I chose this beautiful soundscape called Coffee Break 16, filmed in Austria, symbolizing the winter, the snow, the ice, the cold. And yet it's Cancer season, home where we belong, feeling the warmth inside home. Join me, family, show me your names on the screen. Who is with me? Hello Simone, happy solstice. Awesome. It's been an interesting day for me coming into this live stream. Hello Steven, brother Steven. Oops, there we go. Here I am. Let me fix the camera a bit. There we go. Alright. It's been interesting for me preparing for this live stream because I have a whole new structure in my life, thank goodness. This week I've been a full-time father, so at the moment I'm a full-time father. It's the first time I'm doing a live stream when Mali is here with me. So he's enjoying a beautiful show downstairs while I'm spending this time with you, which basically means that I will aim, that's why I started earlier today, 7 o'clock, and I'm gonna try and keep it a bit kind of shorter. Really, instead of going 2 hours, we might go a bit less. Of course, every time I'm saying that, it's always kind of changing. But yeah, I'm just kind of like it's a new structure for me to come into the Thursday like that, being a parent all day, and there's kind of things that I'm gonna be trying to adjust timetables and try to see how to fit everything together. It's a learning curve, but a learning curve that I embrace with great joy and love. Hello, D. Lennon. So welcome everyone, welcome. It's another Thursday, and last night, late last night, we celebrated the winter solstice as the sun moved into Cancer. So we're saying happy birthday to all the Cancerians. Welcome to Cancer season. And we're gonna talk a bit about Cancer season tonight. And the other things that I wanna say is that I wanna give my love and gratitude as always to all the Patreon members. Thank you so much for your ongoing support, for being on this journey with me. I hope everyone enjoyed the new moon sound healing meditation you received on Sunday. If you are watching us and you would like to offer us your free support, please press like on this movie and subscribe to our channel because we have finally reached 1,000 subscribers. Yay! A nice milestone for this channel. A small humble step for Ami and a big step for the world. And other than that, share it with your friends, with whoever you think might enjoy it or might be in need of hearing the things we're sharing. And the other thing is that if you want to join our Patreon community, please join us on patreon.com/healingdelight. This is where we share our time together day by day in our chat rooms on Telegram. We have different chat rooms for crypto, for astrology, for news, for all kind of things. We're sharing a lot of goodies over there. So if you want to be a part of a community, if you want to be a part of us, come and join us. We'd love to have you. If you want to come and join Sound Healing Meditation, the upcoming event is on Tuesday, the 27th of June. It will be very important to meditate on that time because we're going to have a bit of fire in the air. I will explain, but it's exactly in the time where Mars is going to square Uranus, which we're going to talk about tonight. So Tuesday, the 27th of June, 7 p.m. at He Yoga, Sound Healing Meditation. Come and join me. We would love to have you with us. If you want to join us, the link to the booking system is in the blur below. It's also on the bio of all our social media, and you can find it also through healingdelight.com, our website. If you're in need of healing sessions, I have created a new timetable So now you can find some spots in the evening time after hours, and you can find some healing spots on the weekend in case if you're walking during the week. You can come and get some healing during the weekend or during the evenings, some evenings of the week. Would love to help you. And other than that's pretty much it with the announcement. Now we're gonna get into the astrology. Hello, brother Bharat, Rukshika, Trishan, yay! Oh, Anna, Rukshika mom was the 1,000 subscriber. Fantastic, thank you. Roll King, hello, brother Roll King. All the crypto family, we had a very uplifting week in the crypto kind of vibration. Bitcoin has been pumping. The news headlines has been crazy with all the institutional FOMO into the ETF request by massive multi-trillion dollars hedge funds, investment funds, all wanting to secure the spot in Bitcoin. So it's nice to have them joining us, especially after they have tried to convince us that it is illegal and money laundering and not good for the environment and all the blah 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 that they have said. And then they try to attack Binance and Coinbase and all that. Now we can look back and understand, that's why you did it, because you were about to get a piece of the pie. So you wanted to get us out so you can get more. And guess what? We are hodlers. We are here to stay. We're not going anywhere. So good week for the crypto, good week for Bitcoin, uplifting and reaffirming the third wave that is now beginning. Might take us up to the 40,000 US. We will see where we go as the days progress. Other coins have started to recover as well. So overall, a nice positive tone in the market in that way. Hello, Kimberly. Hello. So let's scan the chart and let's see what it's about. And I'm just gonna take the music a tiny bit down. So here is the chart, and what we have on the chart, you can see the sun is on 7-degree Cancer, right? So we're in Cancer season, as I said. No, this is not right. We're supposed to be at the beginning of Cancer. This is now. Sun is in 0-degree Cancer, entered Cancer late last night. And so Cancer season, what does it bring? Cancer is home. Cancer is emotional security. Cancer is nurturing, the feelings of being nurtured and cared for. Cancer is the home of the moon. So it is our emotions, our feelings, the feminine aspect of life. And there's an interesting concept because all day today, yesterday and today, the sun is in Cancer, the home of the moon, and the moon is in Leo, the home of the sun. So they have this mutual reception where the soul expression, the sun, is traveling through the home of the moon, Cancer, now for the next 4 weeks, to understand, to shine the light into our emotional bodies, to bring the light into our home, into our sense of emotional security, our caring, our nurturing, feeling safe and protected and secured and loved and nurtured. And it's going to shine the light into potentially where we're feeling emotional insecurity, where we're feeling that we don't belong, where we feel that we can't find home, that home within, which we need to find. It's in our heart. And then the moon, the emotional body, is traveling through Leo, the home of the sun, the royal self-expression. So it's kind of like, okay, so I want to feel royal, I want to feel good, I want to have fun, I want to express my feelings, and now the sun is traveling through Cancer, highlighting how I'm feeling so I can express it with royalty, with confidence. The light of Leo is the heart consciousness, the lion's heart. The shadow of Leo is that when the lion's heart doesn't get what he wants, sometimes it goes into the lion's ego, into his solar plexus, the sun. And when it goes to the sun, to the solar plexus, the wounded Leo can then become arrogant or overpowering, roaring for no reason, like, I am the king, When you see someone screaming that he is the king, you know that they are not the king, and you know that they're only screaming that they are the king because they don't feel the royalty within themselves. On the other hand, the healthy lion is just walking like a king. He treats himself as royal. He knows he's royal. And I can tell you the last 20, those 20 months of dealing with all the system, you know, they all made me, they wanted to make me look that I am not the royal soul that I am, that I am not truth, that I am not love, that I am not who all that I represent. And in spite of all of them, I stood tall and I said, excuse me, I know who I am. I am heart, I am love, I am light, I am a lion, and your pressure doesn't affect me. And so that's the kind of balance, to be the lion, to feel that lion, to feel royal. We have a lot of Leo energy. We have, look at your 3 o'clock, we've got Venus on the 14 degrees of Leo, the moon 17 degrees of Leo, Black Moon Lilith 18 degrees of Leo, Mars 19 degrees of Leo. So a few hours ago in the afternoon, the moon was conjunct Venus in Leo. This might have brought your feelings home of like where you feel royal, where you kind of in your relationships, in your job, you might have felt like a bit in your oomph, you know. Now, as we're doing this live stream, the moon is literally an hour away from Black Moon Lilith, so they are together, and Black Moon Lilith is the dark side of the moon, it's the shadow side of the moon. If the moon is that, I need to take the music, I need to bring the Mauritanian mantra, because it's beautiful, I love it, but it's a bit too active for me and distracts me a bit. So thank you so much, Coffee Break 16 from Austria. Mauritanian mantra, thank you very much. Om Shanti Om. So the moon is that feminine moon goddess of emotions. She's in Leo, in a royalty, kind of royal feelings, wanting to feel royal, wanting to feel good about herself, wanting to have fun, wants to feel amazing, wants to have like an emotional needs met in the best way possible. And she's coming with Black Moon Lilith, which is the disruptive force of the feminine. It's that kind of a rebel feminine, that kind of goddess of kind of like discord, of kind of like, yeah, let's have a fight. I'm not happy, so let's argue. I'm not happy, let's have a fight about it. But in a positive way, it could be done like taking a rebellious action in order to feel good. So you feel like shit, right? Do something in order to get out of that shit. Like play some music, listen to some music, watch a movie, exercise, you know, move that thing. And then the moon in the next, let's say, an hour and a half, an hour, 2 hours, three and a half, 4 hours, the moon will be with Mars, but it's already together. So moon conjunct Black Moon Lilith and Mars. Wow, this is kind of like feeling like the emotional body is activated, action orientated with Mars. It's in Leo, an action for the royal self. You might feel like, you know, and the sun is now shining the light into your Cancer, into your emotional body. So the emotional body is receiving a lot of emphasis, focus at the moment. And so, you know, try to use the lion's heart consciousness rather than the lion's solar plexus consciousness. Come from a place of love. You know, when we speak about royalty, meaning like, you know, feel like a king, know that you're the king, but also behave like the king, you know, behave in a royal way. Don't lose your face. Own your power, have courage, be brave to face things, to feel things, to talk about things. And that's when you're gonna find your emotional home, within your own counsel, within your own heart, within your own comfort, within your own home, within your own relationships. So all this Venus, Moon, Black Moon, Lilith, Mars in Leo can give us the courage to feel and to share how we feel, how we want to feel, and through that we might find the emotional support we need within our relationships, our connection. Pay attention that the Juno is on the 29 degrees and 56 minutes of Gemini here next to the moon. Juno and the moon has been in conjunction for a few days already, and so I'll take it a few days back. So just look at the sun and Juno here, okay, and you will see how the sun came here. This was the new moon, okay? The new moon let's take it a few hours back so you'll see it exactly. This was the new moon we just had. So we had the new moon here on your 1 o'clock. The new moon in Gemini conjunct Juno. Then the moon has passed Juno, went into Cancer. And then 3 days, here is Sun conjunct Juno exactly on Monday. On Tuesday, they're still together, Sun and Juno here. So Juno is the goddess of the sacred marriage, the relationships, the partnerships, the closest one to us. Your business partner, your wife or husband, your best friend, your connections of on a soulmate level, your friends, your colleagues, your children, your family members, things like that. It's in Gemini, so communication with family, with partners, with friends, communication, socializing, that's been kind of the highlight with the Sun in Gemini conjunct Juno. The moon this is Tuesday night, the moon at the end of Cancer moving into Leo. And here is Wednesday last night. Sun is still together with Juno 29, both of them. And then the Sun moves into Cancer at 1 a.m. last night, around 1 a.m. last night. Here it is 6 o'clock. Sun moves into 0 Cancer. Summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. So we had down here the longest night of the year, the shortest day, and over the northern hemisphere is the longest day and the shortest night. For us now, from here, this is also the chart, by the way. The solstice chart is just like a new moon is the chart of the next 4 weeks. Equinoxes and solstices, they are the 4 seasons of the year. So every 6 months we have a solstice, every 6 months we have an equinox. So there is like winter solstice, 3 months from now, the equinox, 3 months after, summer solstice, 3 months after the equinox. So the solstice gives us the tone of the chart of this season, from now until the equinox, the next 3 months. And I kind of like this chart because we have Sun here on 0 Cancer. This is, by the way, the last Cancer season for the rest of our life. The last Cancer season in which the Sun will be in Cancer and Pluto is in Capricorn in opposition. Because this is the last time, that's it. Next year, Pluto is already in Aquarius, so it's not going to happen again. So this is the last Cancer season with Pluto in Capricorn opposition. This will be even more powerful for those of you who are Cancerians. It's even more powerful for those of you who have any planets at the end degrees 27, no, even 25. 25th degree Capricorn to 0 degree Aquarius, 25th degree Cancer to 0 degree Leo. Those of you who have planets in those locations, that will be even more activated, especially when the Sun comes there. So in general, just for you to know that there is a real deep evolutionary process here where Pluto opposition in Capricorn 2948 now. Pluto opposition in Capricorn to the Cancer season is going to bring some confrontations. It's going to bring some opposing forces that will force us to really get what it's about, to really lock in that evolutionary step, that deep transformation step, to end past abuse of power, of sex, of money, of corruption, and to end any lack of integrity that we have within us, between us, and between us and others. And so this makes sense because, if you're someone that is very emotional and you feel a lot of things, but you don't really fully allow your emotions to exist within you and feeling safe to feel sad or happy or any emotion, then this is going to show you what needs to change in the structure of your identity, of your character, in your own governance, law and order, in order to enable you to feel empowered and to feel that you can face your own emotions, your own feelings, and to feel safe with that. It's also very powerful because Cancer represents the moon, the mother. It's kind of the motherly love. So this could mean that we all could go through some transformative healing processes in regards to our mothers, relationship with mothers or dynamic of mothers, with the feminine in general. So all our interaction with the feminine aspects of emotion, sensitivity, feelings, home, is going to be through a very powerful month of evolution and transformation in this Cancer season, due to the opposition to Pluto in Capricorn for the last time in our life, and actually for the last time for the next 240 years, 248, 240, around there, something like that. The cycle of Pluto is 248 years, but it takes 15 years for it to travel there, so it's around 235 years will be the next time Pluto will be in Capricorn. So, back to the other point, that Juno and the Sun are traveling together. Even when the Sun shifted to Cancer, Juno is only 30 astrological minutes behind, so the emphasis is still on our sacred marriages, relationships, partnerships. But now it comes from Gemini, the mental, the mind, the communication, the socializing, the personal environment. Now it comes home to Cancer. And so it's less socializing, it's more seeking to be home for some people. Seeking to be home, to find this nurturing, kind of comforting, safe place to feel at home. Could be at home with yourself, by yourself. It could be home with a partner, with a friend, a trusted friend or family member, of just kind of like, okay, I've gone out and I had coffees and I was talking to a lot of people and I was partying and I went to restaurants and all that, and I just feel like I need some time to slow down now. I need some time to come home. Cancer season. So I find this in alignment, and even further later on, as I will talk about Sun will trine Saturn on next Wednesday into Thursday, which is even more emphasizing the energy of school holiday. Perfect. School holiday. Cancer home. The kids, take that as a metaphor. All the kids, all the children are coming out of Gemini, school, environment, kids, teachers, learning, studying. As we go to Cancer season, all the kids go home. Holiday, 2 weeks at home with their moms, with their dads, with their friends. Family holidays, or staying at home and just kind of sleeping in, or cuddling on the sofa, watching a movie, cooking food. Excuse me. So that's a perfect metaphor for the Cancer season and the fact that the school holidays begin tomorrow. And so overall, very beautiful energy to support and that thing for the children and for the parents. Time to be at home together as a family and bond and connect and touch base with your children, with your beloveds. Even for the teachers. The teachers, every day they teach. Now the teachers can kind of have a bit of a break and come back to themselves and feel their own feelings and, make sure that they are also balanced emotionally. So yeah, very interesting. The Juno and the Sun together still, and I'm gonna bring it back to now. So back to now, and here you go. The Sun 0 degrees 43 minutes right now, and Juno is about to go. So if I move it a few hours forward, Juno, there you go. Like in literally in 3-4 hours, 3.5 hours from now, Juno here on 0 degree Cancer together with the Sun. And so now Juno, the goddess of that marriage and sacred union, who was there together with them in the new moon in Gemini, reminding you new moon in Gemini gave us the tone that a new cycle of 4 weeks ahead begins, and it's all about understanding, redefining, organizing our personal environment. And it's very interesting that last new moon and this new moon happened at the end degrees of a star sign, and it's going to continue like that for the next year, as I said last love stream. And so we have at the end of Gemini season, we had a new moon in Gemini. So we're going into Cancer season with a new moon in Gemini. And we went into Gemini season with the new moon in Taurus. So it's a very interesting energy that is kind of like a seed planted in order to achieve the intention of that star sign, but the walk around that is actually done through living through the next star sign. And so the new moon in Gemini of defining and organizing our mental mind, our perception, our communication, our personal environment, our home, our jobs, our offices, our cars, our internet, our computers, all that intention that we had on the new moon is going to be implemented through the Cancer season of coming back home and feeling what we feel and getting in touch with our emotional sensitivity, with our emotional needs, with home, with family, with the children, with friends, and through that we will get the clear understanding of what we need to tweak and change as we had the intention in the new moon in Gemini. That's very interesting. And so Cancer season is beginning with a lot of Leo energy starting. So look, you see by tonight, let's take it exactly, I'll move it exactly. So by tonight at, there you go, tonight 10:40 p.m. tonight, the moon will conjunct Mars, but it's already happening as we speak, all right? So here I am sitting with you doing the love stream, while in the background, for the first time, my son is here with me, and so I have my conscious awareness also being a parent, caring for my son, making sure he had a dinner, everything is right, he's sorted, he got a drink, he's watching a beautiful show, all awesome. And here I am doing what I need to do, my Leo, my soul self-expression, expressing my knowledge, my creativity, shining my heart consciousness onto you guys, whoever want to hear it. And this moon with Mars is kind of like taking masculine action for that emotional security. And so, once I finish this love stream, I'm gonna go down to my son, I'm gonna hug him, we're gonna maybe watch something, we're gonna take a shower, we're gonna lay down in bed and go to sleep. And that's gonna be that moon Mars, right? It's like attending with our masculinity into our emotional needs. Sun and Juno in Cancer conjunct 0° Cancer. It's all about home. This coming 4 weeks, it's all about home. Take care of the children, take care of your inner child, nurture yourself, care for yourself. Maybe you'll feel like you need more rest. Maybe you feel like you need to stay home more. Think about Cancer, the crab goes into his shell, He doesn't walk outside on the beach all day long. No, he's hiding in his little hole in the sand, and then he's coming out when he's ready, and when he's feeling safe, when he's looking with his eyes, there's no humans around, there's no danger. Okay, so now I'm feeling safe to come out and do what I need to do. But then as soon as I sense a bit of danger, the crab goes running into the hole again. So that's Cancer. In order to be able to come out and experience the world, they need to feel that they are emotionally safe, they're emotionally secure. And so same for you. So this Cancer season focuses on home, focuses on relationships, focuses on emotional. If the last month was around the mental, it's very interesting because now comes to my mind what I told you last week, that the new moon in Gemini square Neptune means that the whole new moon cycle, the whole 4 weeks, is a lot about our mental health. Maintaining your mental health, maintaining the right mindset, the right perspective. And so by coming into Cancer season, it's like find where you belong, find where you feel connected. If it's through a meditation, if it's through yoga, if it's through an ice bath, if it's through Wim Hof breathing exercises, if it's through music, if it's through a friend, or watch a movie with your sister, with your mother, with your brother, with your father, whatever it is for you, wherever you find those connections that feel safe for you, go there. And maybe it's more with yourself as well. Maybe it's just to come back home into yourself, to connect with your heart, connect with your emotional needs. Everyone wants you to come out to dance with them tonight at a party, but you really feel like you want to stay home and just kind of really feel it and reflect and be with yourself. Just trust that. Say hello to the chat room. Hello, Kimberly. Oops, what is that? Hello, Kimberly. Hello, brother Steven. Like a boss, yeah. Te gusta mucho, hermano. I missed you. Hello, Grace. Hello, beautiful Grace. Your early message got restricted. I don't know why, but yeah, for some reason. I don't know why. Hello, Carly Rasta. And hello, Emma. Hello. Oh, thank you, Emma. Love to you and the little angel as well. So yeah, Cancer season with a lot of Leo. And it's very interesting because we have Mars, the masculine, and Venus, the feminine, both traveling through Leo. They're literally following each other. They're like 5 degrees apart. They are not going to conjunct. Why? Because Venus is already now in her shadow zone. So Venus entered the shadow zone once she passed the 12 degrees and 12 minutes. So I'm going to take it back again. And here it is. Okay, there you go. Monday, 5:40 p.m. Venus is started her first phase of her retrograde. I'm going to pull that out because I've wrote it down to the family with all the dates on it, so I'm gonna find it here. Okay, so from Monday until the 23rd of July, the Venus is gonna go all the way from here 12 Leo to the 28 degrees and 36 minutes. That will be on the 23rd of July. And then she's gonna retrograde back all the way back to the 12 degrees and 12 minutes. That will happen on the 4th of September. So from 19th of June until the 23rd of July is phase 1 of Venus retrograde. Straight. Something is gonna happen. Things gonna happen. Good or bad, doesn't matter. But it's events are going to happen that needs our attention when it comes to Venus territory in our life. Remember, Venus is the ruler of Taurus. What is happening in Taurus? We've got Uranus and Jupiter traveling through Taurus. So there's big energy happening in Taurus. And so Venus is coming and bringing the emphasis of our relationships, our jobs, our careers, our money, our investment, the quality of our life, our pleasures and beauty, and that deliciousness of life, that yummy cake, that beautiful lover, that loving partner, that the beautiful dress you like to wear, or the shirt, or the jeans, or the shoes. Today I saw a lady walking with boots, with high heels boots. The right leg was brown boot, the left leg was white, and I literally had to look a few times whoa, that's interesting. Uranus in Taurus. On purpose, she was walking with one brown boot and one white boot. And I was okay, that must be a new fashion. Cool. Nice. Good on you, mate. So, Venus, all those things, also our sexuality, our health, our love and affection. And so she is now in Leo. From now until the 23rd of July, things going to happen. Then from the 23rd of July until the 4th of September, we are going to review that again. And then from the 4th of September until the 7th of October, she's going to do it for the 3rd time. So only on the 7th of October, she's going to get forward into a next territory. So Venus, I said what it is. Leo is that royal self. That fun, expressive, creative, courageous, brave, lion heart, royal. And it's Venus. So Venus in Leo is kind of I want to have the best steak on the menu. I want to have the best vegan cake you've got. I want to go up on stage and sing karaoke. I want to watch the best movie. I'm going to watch a movie in the cinema, gold class. I want to have the most amazing sex in a penthouse in a hotel in the city, or whatever. I'm just giving examples, right? I want to buy myself a suit, but I'm no longer buying a suit from Target. I'm going to go to Giorgio Armani and I'm going to buy a suit in $5,000. That's Venus in Leo, which that's the danger. It can be too extravagant. I'm going full on, and you don't want to do that. Don't take it too far. Know where you are and know what you're capable of. Well, it's you're going out for a party and you are single and you decide, you know what, tonight I have to get played. and you go with the target that you're gonna pick up someone, you're gonna have the best sex. Like, but sometimes when you do it out of your ego, it's not necessarily royal and not necessarily best for you. Do it from the heart. Put the intention to meet someone that you can connect with, if that's your intention, and let that happen. And if it doesn't happen, just find it within you. That love, that courage, that brave. Or it can be also, you know what, I really like that guy, I really like that girl, I'm gonna go and talk to them. It's having that courage and that bravery to actually go and speak your feelings. It's kind of like to overcome Cancer season, overcoming your emotional sensitivity, insecurity, and actually with Venus and Mars in Leo, you might find the courage and the brave heart to actually go and ask that someone on a date, where usually you might have been the shy one that keeps your feelings to yourself and you don't really say what you feel or what you want, and then that's why you never eat the cake, because you never said that you want a cake. Because you thought that nobody would like to eat a cake with you, but little did you know that there were other people in that circle that would have loved to eat the whole cake with you. And so that's on that level. On a health level, it's like, you know what, Venus and Mars in Leo, I'm gonna take an action for my health. I'm gonna start a new diet routine, I'm gonna do some juice fasting, I'm gonna do some intermediate fasting, I'm gonna start doing yoga, I'm gonna start go to gym, I'm gonna start doing this. Enough, I have to take action. It's like, okay, I know that if I'll go now for the gym, I know that the first, I need to find the courage and the strength to get my ass into the gym and exercise now, because I haven't exercised for so long. So that's what the Leo energy gives you. It gives you that oomph, let's do it, come on, I can do this, is that lion energy. So Venus retrograde in Leo already began the journey. Pay attention to everything that unfolds in your life between now and the 23rd of July. So if we take it to crypto, pay attention to Bitcoin. Since this happened, Bitcoin is pumping beautifully. So, Royal Bitcoin is like saying, I don't care what the SEC says. I don't care what the big financial advisors say. I don't care all the regulations. I don't care about any of you, because I am the new king. Raw. Boom, 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 boom. 3 weekly days, 3 daily candles. Boom, boom, boom. Shoot up. Wiped out 56 days of downtrend. It's beautiful. Where's that picture? Let me see if I can bring it to you. Where is it? Where is that 50, 56? There you go. Here it is. Here's that picture. Let me bring it up to you. Okay. So, here it is. You see? This is today. This is today candle. Boom, boom. This is yesterday. This is 2 days ago. So, once we came to the solstice, the end of Gemini season, boom, and it just wiped out all these 56 days of downtrend. 56 days down, and then suddenly 1, 2, 3. See you later, everyone. That's why, you hodl. That's the key. You hodl. So, yeah, that's a bit of excitement for Bitcoin. Now, coming back to now, so that's the journey we're having right now with the moon there, and I spoke about the sun and Juno. Mercury is flying fast. Mercury is on the 20th degree of Gemini already. In 2 days, 3 days, Mercury is already moving to Cancer, super fast. And so Mercury in Gemini, a lot of communication, and this is classic to what happened yesterday and the last 2 days with all the news headlines about crypto. Suddenly BlackRock, which has like $10 trillion in assets, and declared that they applying for an ETF, which is like a trading opportunity option for their clients to invest in Bitcoin futures. As soon as they've done that, suddenly it just kept coming back. This one applying for ETF, Suddenly the SEC had Jerome Powell saying like, oh yeah, Bitcoin has sustaining power, it doesn't seem to go away. Where is that one? That was a good one. Yeah, there it is. Let me play that for you, because that's classic. Powell was like, in the past years there were many memes about Jerome Powell's like putting down Bitcoin to the ground, you know, calling it names and everything. So let me put the Britannia mantra. Oops. No. Give me just a second. Let me put the Britannia mantra down. And let's listen to this.
Crypto and digital assets in the U.S. has got a market cap of around $1.1 trillion right now. It's been there for a bit. Do you acknowledge that this asset class has staying power in the U.S. economy?
It appears to have some staying power. Of course, that 1.1 trillion was, what was that a year ago? A lot higher.
Yeah, it's had some volatility in large measure due to the lack of legal clarity, and so hopefully this committee will help that quite a lot here this summer with at least two bills, one on stable coins and one on market structure, and it'll be clear not just for Congress but for regulators, including Chairman Gensler, and obviously market participants, whether they're forming the ideas or investing in the ideas or participating in the activities.
But pay attention to what he says here.
It appears to have some staying power. Of course, that
it appears to have some staying powers. Those of you who've been on the crypto wagon for a while, you know that to have Jerome Powell saying that, it's a real powerful achievement, meaning like they can no longer ignore Bitcoin. They tried everything and they just can't put it down. That's what I told you all the time. They can't stop it. It's bigger than them. It's universal. So it's quite cool to see that unfolding. Hello, Breeze, and Shalom, Guy, my beautiful brother. Yeah, thank you, guys. Share, like, press like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. Exactly. So, Mercury in Gemini, lots of headlines, lots of things happening in commerce, in markets, in trades, in the news. Andrew Tate was charged with all these things that they charged him. They confiscated all his 21 bitcoins. That was another funniest thing that the CNBC broadcaster was saying, that Andrew Tate had his 21 million bitcoin confiscated. I was laughing my head off. Those of you who don't know, 21 million bitcoin is the entire available bitcoin, which 2 million is still not available, so to say that it's kind of stupid. It was quite entertaining. Down below, Uranus is on the 21st degree of Taurus. Jupiter is on the 7th degree of Taurus. So Jupiter is still doing that sextile to Saturn we spoke about last week on the new moon. On the new moon, Saturn stationed retrograde. So Saturn is retrograding, Pluto is retrograding. And 9 days from now, on the end of June, the last day of June, Neptune will go retrograde. So now Neptune is already stationing. That's another thing to pay attention to. I will talk a bit about that. And so what's going to happen this week is not a lot, but quite significant. There is one thing that is happening, that Jupiter is still sextiling Saturn. And so Saturn retrograde, we spoke about it a bit last week. This is about karma time. When Saturn retrograde, it's almost like a karma payback. It's kind of like the Lord of Karma is kind of paying everyone based on their actions in order to sort it out clean, so he can move forward and make new progress. So, if you've done bad things, the rules of karma in general, if you've done bad things, things kind of come up to you and you have to face them in order to settle that karma. If you've done good things, some rewards may come to you. That's in general. Jupiter in Taurus, the abundance, the blessings, the good fortune on a materialistic level. Taurus, financially, investments. So we can definitely see that the due diligence, the responsibility of Bitcoin hodlers, although we've been in the bear market and it's been long and exhausting, here comes the Jupiter sextile to Saturn, and suddenly we are being rewarded for all this time we've been hodling. We haven't given up. We still keep it. We still, we're not moving anywhere. And here is Bitcoin recovering. And so here is the Jupiter blessings, rewards, good fortune, abundance in a materialistic level that is done due to karma of being responsible, mature, slow and steady, doing the homework, and just that Saturn. The other thing also is like Saturn, you've been working responsibly and with due diligence for having integrity with your soul, with your spirit in Pisces, coming from place of love and compassion and understanding, and it was hard, might have been frustrating. You might have faced Saturn rule kind of sadness and depression. You might have faced depression and sadness, but you've done the maturity, the due diligence work. You've done your therapy and your ice bath, your cold showers, whatever it is. And suddenly comes Jupiter in Taurus sextiling it, and suddenly there's this positive reward. Suddenly you're feeling uplifted, elevated, not as sad, not as depressed. Things are moving along. Okay, yes, there are more things to fix in the background, but at least there's something finally unfolding that is better, beneficial. For me, this week was being a full-time father, which is what I fought for 20 months. So finally here, all the work I've done with Saturn, the justice system, the legal system, I had to be responsible, mature, do everything right according to what they wanted me to do. And here comes the reward time where I can actually enjoy my fatherhood as I deserve. And it's been a beautiful blessing. Lots of love and connection and joy and pleasures, which is Taurus. Giving you some examples. So this sextile is still unfolding because Jupiter is on 7 degrees 43 minutes and Saturn is 7 degrees 11 minutes. It's still there. And the other thing that is happening is, as I said, Neptune is stationing, all right? So if I'll move by the days, I'll move forward and we'll just focus on Neptune. Neptune is here on your 7 o'clock, 27:40 minutes, and I'm moving tomorrow, still the same. Oh, we moved 1 minute on Tuesday. or by Tuesday it will move 1 minute. Astrological minute, it's nothing. And we go another day and another day and another day, and up by Friday Neptune is stationing. So we are literally 1 minute away from stationing, which is pretty much stationing. Neptune is standing still. And then Neptune, here comes the day, and on the 1st of July Neptune goes retrograde, and then we will have Pluto, Saturn and Neptune retrograde. Okay, back to now. So this 1st of July is when Neptune is going retrograde. So what can we experience when a planet is stationing? Its energy is the most sensed and amplified. With Neptune it's confusion, illusions, deceptions, lies, scams, addictions, escapism, drugs, alcohol, the media. And so those are kind of shadowy aspects to be careful of. Remember, the new moon was squaring Neptune, so we had like a new moon in Gemini square Neptune. Now we're going into Cancer season and Neptune is still there in the same place, not moving anywhere, going like, you can move along but I'm still here. I am dealing with my own psychosis, with my own illusions, with my own deceptions. It can be external, so be careful of scams. Be careful of buying something that sounds too good to be true. Be careful of online scamming because of Uranus in Taurus as well. It's kind of that, and Mercury in Gemini, commerce, tradings. Be careful of shitcoin scams, rug pulls. You've heard on Reddit or on Discourse or on Telegram from some YouTuber or influencer that shitcoin is going to be the next Pepe, and you're buying it and then it's a rug pull and you don't know what's going on. You be careful not to put your crypto in exchanges that are not legit, that are not solid. Be careful with your just don't click on links that you don't know. If it's on SMSs, on emails, you don't know what it's about, you have no idea why it's there, delete. Don't even open it. It can be also people lying to you, deceiving you. It's like they're full of lies and bullshit, and then you call them off for their lies. And it happened to me today. Someone was literally lying to me today, and then I had to put them in their place, shining the light into their lies, and then they said stop lying. And so, the people who tells you that you're a liar are the liars. And the people who are cheaters, they tell you that you're cheating. So, the people who are scammers, they tell you that you're a scam, because people like to project onto others what they represent in order to hide the fact that they are the real scammers, they are the real liars, they are the real cheaters. You know, if there is a cheating partner, they will go into their partner and to divert the energy. They go like, have you been seeing someone else? Have you been talking to someone? So they will create a suspicion towards you, so you won't even suspect what they're doing. It's kind of like the psychopaths, kind of like, you know, sociopaths thing. So this is the spectrum of Neptune stationing. The psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists. This is narcissists galore. Be careful. Be aware of them. Be aware of them. So, you know, don't let them gaslight you. Don't let them do the crazy making things. Don't let them do the, you know, they might do the smear campaign on you or whatever, or send you the flying monkeys to spy on you or spy on your social media or whatever. Don't be afraid of it. Know that you're protected by love. That's the Leo energy. You just be heart consciousness. You just be you. Believe in who you are. Trust in who you are. Know who you are. Shine your heart consciousness. Speak your truth in a beautiful way, in a creative way. That's the Leo energy. And the Neptune kind of stationing this is kind of like, hey, but don't be delusional. Don't delusion yourself, you know. Don't take things too far. You know, it's like you're saying, you know what, you're gonna do mushrooms, or you're gonna do ayahuasca, or you're gonna do MDMA, you're gonna do microdosing. You know, it's like, don't push it too far. Don't push it too far. I will not play with substances this month. No, this is not the month to experiment with substances. New moon in Gemini was square Neptune, and Neptune is stationing to go retrograde. This is where shit can really go bad. This is when you can have like a really bad trip, really bad experience. You don't want to do that. You don't want to convince yourself that you are doing microdosing for healing, and then find yourself having a mental episode that you actually took 5 steps back. The best thing to treat this is that it actually can reveal to us how we deceive ourselves, how we lie to ourselves, how we delusion ourselves. It can reveal to us, remember what I said, the new moon in Gemini, it's all about mental mastery. It's all about realizing what we do within our mind, within our perception, within our thoughts that is causing us confusion. We feel something, Cancer season. We feel something in our emotional sensitivity. Venus and Mars in Leo. We really know our truth. We know what's true for us. We know what we want deep inside. And the Cancer season supports that emotional knowing even more, and that sensitivity. So don't delusion yourself with Neptune stationing in Pisces. Don't lie to yourself. Don't deceive yourself. And as soon as someone tells you something, you chuck what you know that you need away, and you do whatever they tell you. You know you need to buy Bitcoin. You want to go and buy Bitcoin, you go and buy in Bitcoin, but then on the way to buy Bitcoin, you meet someone who says, no, man, listen to me, I know this cuckoo coin, man, it's gonna be the next thing, cuckoo coin, man, wow, 1000x, man, 1000x, you put $1,000, you'll be a millionaire. You go and believe them, but you already knew that you want to buy Bitcoin, for example, right? So that's about that, and it's a great month. Rather than be afraid of this warning and scared of it, realize the potential. The potential is that if we do the introspective work, if we will do the conscious work of becoming conscious of the unconscious, our own unconscious mind, it's exposing our own unconscious mind. It's revealing our own unconscious thoughts, feelings, emotions, processes. So we can suddenly become aware of how we delusioning ourselves, how we lying to ourselves, how we confusing ourselves, what in our perception, in our way of living. Remember, all this is now tying up to Pluto in Capricorn for the last time. There's like, we have to end this old karma. There is some really heavy old karma with the moon nodes now on 2nd degree of Scorpio, Taurus. That's it, 1 more month. That's all we've got. 1 more month of the nodal axis in Scorpio, Taurus. The beginning of Scorpio is the death. The beginning of Taurus is creation of the new earth. So this is, and they both now tightening the square to Pluto. We're moving now to the nodes and Pluto. Look, north node here, 12 o'clock, 2nd degree Scorpio. South node here, 2nd degree Taurus, in 5 minutes. This is by Thursday. Let me move back to now. This is now. Okay, 2nd degree 4 minutes. 2nd degree 4 minutes. They both square in Pluto on 2947, and the moon are now, the nodes are now within the next month gonna come to the 0 degree. Okay, 0 degree. And when they're gonna go to the 29 degree of Libra and Aries, then they're gonna square exactly Pluto. But it's already happening, and it's just like, think that you're sitting in a cube, and all the walls are slowly closing in on you. So you're still not crashing, but it's like you're sensing that it's starting to close on you. And there's not much you can do. You have to stand through the pressure and understand what it is for you that you must transform and evolve from. And so Capricorn is that place of rite of passage, that maturity, that growing up, and our character, our identity, our integrity, our role in the system, our governments, our law and order, our structure of our life. Pluto is there as a reckless power of evolution, of transformation. This cannot go on anymore. This has to end now. It's that death and rebirth. This has to die. This need to be reborn. This need to end. This need to begin. And now it's the final Pluto 6 months in Capricorn, really finishing the job of the last 15 years since 2008. And it's finishing with a crescendo of squaring the nodes while it's happening. And the South node in Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, so that's even more powerful, that the end of the old shit has to finish. It's done. Anything that is corrupted, anything that is not in integrity, anything that abused power, anything abused sex, anything that abused money, anything that is abusing the dynamic of control and power with lack of integrity, it will be broken down, it will be shattered, it will be ended. E.g. the financial system, e.g. the central banks, global cooperation. Anything that was corrupted, the truth is going to come out. Scorpio lies. And so the lies are going to be exposed, the truth is going to come out, and that's going to create a lot of death and rebirth process. So this is happening in the background. That's the big slow overtone in the background of Pluto with the nodes. Nodes are ending their journey, and Scorpio's death. Taurus is the birth of the new earth, the new physical life, the new reality, the new relationships, the new job, the new business, the new investment, the new sense of pleasure, the beauty of life, the health, the quality of life, Taurus. And Scorpio, the old creepy crawlers, the old traumas, the old pains, the old fears, the old suffering, the old abuse. It's ending that, not just of this lifetime, of multiple lifetimes. It's old karma. It's something we've been carrying with us into this life from multiple lifetimes. Very powerful on a soul, multi-incarnational level. This is the big overtone in the background. Now Saturn retrograde. Pluto is in Capricorn, the home of Saturn. So Pluto empowers Saturn as Saturn goes retrograde back from now to the 0 degree of Pisces, to make sure that anything that is karmically on a spiritual level, Pisces, spiritual level, karma payback. If you've been good through all this time, if you've been pure in your integrity, in your intentions, and you've done everything responsibly, good karma will happen to you, and this transformation will be amazing for you. This is not to be feared of as like, oh my God, oh my God. This is, oh my God, oh my God. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be super powerful. Every planet in this chart except Mars is going to retrograde over the next 3 months. We already got Pluto and Saturn. 1st of July, Neptune. Then we've got Venus. Then Jupiter, then Mercury. So, and Uranus as well. So Jupiter, Uranus, Mercury, Venus are all going to retrograde within the next 3 months. Only Mars is moving forward without retrograding. And that gives us the energy of like action, action, action. No matter what happened, the masculine warrior has to take charge and lead the way, and stand through the pressure and lead the way. And so now the Sun is in Cancer, taking care of home, Venus and Mars in Leo, acting for the royal self, for the royalty of life, for the quality that the lion and the lioness wants to have in their life. Venus is gonna do it overdose in order to make sure that it's really royal, that it's really right on the soul level. Pluto is squaring the moon nodes to create this massive transformation, and Saturn is retrograding to sort out the karma in order to make sure that it's all governed by spirit and according to spiritual karmic laws, and to bring in some miracles and magic and healing. While Neptune and Saturn is in the home of Neptune, Pisces, and Neptune is now stationed in retrograde. So now it's like the veil is thin. Spirit world and physical world are becoming closer together. And so this could be used as a time to make your connection to spirit even more powerful, even more royal, even more secure, even more psychic. Your intuition, your telepathy. If you will work on connecting with that, on emphasizing that, you will realize actually how to scan them. You will be able to identify the scammers and the liars and the cheaters and the betrayers and the psychos and the narcissists and the red flags. And suddenly you go like, oh my freaking God, I have a whole new software. It's like Neo in the Matrix, plugged in, downloading, I know Kung Fu. Suddenly you know, your knowing is heightened. Beautiful, interesting, right? So this week the main alignments we have is that first the solstice, the season of the next 3 months. Then the Cancer season. Then the Leo party with the Venus now traveling through the first phase. Now, as this is happening, this is right now Thursday. Let's go into tomorrow. By tomorrow night, the moon at the end of Leo moving into Virgo. And the sun is traveling here, Mercury here, and then the interesting thing is happening in the background. What's building up? Oh yeah, there it is. This is tomorrow. It's already happening already from now, but it's exactly tomorrow. There we go. Over here at your 12 o'clock, you've got Mars on the 19 degrees 34 minutes of Leo, together with Black Moon Lilith. Okay? And they are trining Chiron on the 19 degrees 34 minutes of Aries. This is awesome. This is Mars taking royal action in Leo out of heart consciousness that is healing the wounded self, that is healing the wounded ego. Something that the self is felt wounded about. And remember that a few months ago in Aries season, everything was touching base with Chiron. Remember that? Sun, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter. Everything was with Chiron. Everything was all the beginning of this year. Chiron. Now comes something that is like a healing breakthrough. Something is happening that is kind of a healing breakthrough. We understand something, we realize something, we express something. Mars in Leo, we take a certain courage, action of courage and bravery of heart consciousness that is very healing for us. So remember what I said, the healthy Leo is heart consciousness, the wounded Leo is ego, solar plexus. Aries is ego, self, solar plexus. Chiron is there. And Mars is in Leo, the home of the sun, solar plexus. And so there is a certain action that we take here out of heart consciousness that is healing that wounded ego, that wounded self. Something happens. It's beautiful. This is tomorrow at 1:51 p.m. So tomorrow afternoon. But it's already here, so it might have happened already today. You know, you might have felt shit about something, and then suddenly a friend told you, but why are you feeling shit? You did your best, right? It's like, yeah, I did my best. It's like, that's it. Sometimes your best will be amazing, sometimes your best will be okay, but you still did your best. So just love yourself for that and feel good about that, because you've showed up, you made the effort, you've done your best. That's it. And you go like, you know what? Yeah, that's right. I have showed up, I have made the effort. I did my best. Okay, cool. and let that wash away, and suddenly the healing is unfolding. So this is one, Mars, trine Chiron tomorrow. This is happening here, while Jupiter is still sextile in Saturn, as I said. And the next thing that is happening is that this is Saturday. On Saturday we have, let's see, Mercury 23 is building up, and from Saturday we're gonna start feeling it, but it's mainly Sunday. And on Sunday at Monday morning. On Monday morning at 8:27 a.m. we've got Mercury on the 27 degrees of Gemini, squaring Neptune 2740 of Pisces. So this is on Monday morning, but it's already happening from this weekend. So tomorrow there is this healing action of Mars with Chiron. Then from Saturday night, Sunday mainly into Monday, Mercury with Neptune. There's some kind of, it's a challenge, it's a square, it's a confronting kind of aspect. Neptune in Pisces, remember that the new moon in Gemini was here in the square to Neptune, so now Mercury comes to the same place where the new moon happened. So think about that. The new moon happened last Sunday. This Sunday that passed. Last Sunday, sorry. And then now on Monday, Mercury comes to the point of the new moon in Gemini, the home of Mercury, and suddenly Mercury is delivering a message, an insight, a realization that relates to the intention of the new moon, but again it's square in Neptune. So it might be a letdown, it might be a disappointment, it might discover that someone lied to you. Someone told you something and now you realize that they lied to you. You caught them, you thought that you felt inside of you that they are cheating, that they are kind of flirting with someone, or kind of like phone chatting or cheating or whatever. And once you kind of confronted them about it on the new moon in Gemini time, there's like, no, love, no, absolutely, no way, I love you more than anything, you're the best, it's like, I'll never, da 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 da. And then suddenly comes Monday and, they're in the shower and suddenly you're cooking breakfast and their phone is on the bench and ping, the phone comes up with a message and you kind of see through the screen that it's kind of like this kind of sex texting message from their lover. So you caught them. What you felt originally suddenly was exposed, and you caught them not only cheating but also lying about it in your face. That's one example. You might have signed a business deal with someone, and suddenly now you realize that you got screwed over in the terms of the agreement or the contract. Someone promised you to follow through on some promise and suddenly they let you down. You realize that they were never really intend to do that. All kind of things like that. It's also on a personal level. You might be facing something that you're processing, some kind of a mental confusion or illusion or deceit, or this is just, it's a day to be aware of. On Monday, Sunday and Monday, just be aware of your mind and of your communication, of the internet, of transportation, not to get scammed or confused or lied to or gaslighted or whatever. That's kind of a bit of a on Monday morning, okay? That's important to be aware of. Now the other thing that is building up in the background is, actually it's happening in the same time, so that makes it even more extreme. And this is the red flag of this week, okay? So we have a red flag week. Let's put it like that. It's a bit of a red flag. Which kind of, remember Cancer season, we want to feel emotionally secure, but we have to face emotional insecurity. We have to face what doesn't feel like home. And so now comes the trigger, now comes the red flag as a follow-up on the as a follow-up on the new moon, which also makes sense completely, because then Monday 8:27 a.m. is the exact square of Mercury to Neptune. And look what else is happening. Mars here on the 21 degree 13 minutes of Leo is now squaring Uranus on the 29-28, while the moon is now gonna come into Scorpio, and we have the first quarter square of the moon and the sun. So this is the first checkpoint. So let's take it to that point in time. Okay, so Monday evening, 5:20, 5:30, let's say. Let's take it exactly. Okay, here is the first quarter moon. Moon is on 4 degrees 29 minutes of Libra. First quarter square to the sun on 4 degrees 29 minutes of Cancer. This is on Monday 5:50 p.m. And this is the first checkpoint of the new moon intention. So you had an intention, and now comes is like, okay, so how far did we go? So what's happening? Where is this going? Okay, but there is a red flag here, because Mercury 28:30 by that moment is coming off the square to Neptune 27:40. So Mercury square Neptune is happening in the hours leading to the all Monday. Monday is a red flag day. Monday morning, Mercury and Neptune. From Sunday, I would say from Sunday afternoon, evening into Monday, red flag days. Mercury square Neptune. Then comes the first quarter square, moon in Libra, wanting justice and balance and fairness and equality. And she's squaring the sun in Cancer, which is kind of like, I want to feel emotionally secure, emotionally connected, home. Mercury with Neptune, there's some lies or some confusions, there's some kind of gaslighting, there is something weird, there's something kind of, you are suspicious, you are paranoid, you are weird, you're confused, you're thinking, oh my god, am I making this up, or is this my gut feeling? And your moon, your feeling is trying to find that place of kind of balance and equality, and the sun is in Cancer, the home of the moon is shining the light even more to the emotional aspect. And then what? Mars 29 minutes in Leo, 27 minutes, 21 degrees 27 minutes, Mars is squaring Uranus in 29. And what is that? That is, oh my god, be careful, because shit can get wild. This is Mars, the warrior masculine in Leo, wants what he wants, how he wants it, the best way possible. Squaring Uranus, the sudden, unexpected, eruptive, volatile, shocking, traumatic, sudden, boom, boom. So this is a day where shit can get real. This is a day where fights could easily erupt. This is a day where, with Mercury squaring the Neptune, roads, transportation, road raging, commerce, volatility in the markets, market manipulation. This could be like you seeing Bitcoin going up, deciding to go all in, only to buy in at the top of the wave, and then it goes down, and then you sell, and then it goes up again and you buy. So be careful, be sensible. This is suspicion, this is paranoid, this is mind games, this is potentials, right? Scams, gaslighting, crazy making, moving the goalpost, lying, deceiving, and that stirs up the Leo Mars, kind of like, you know what, I know my truth, I know what I want, you said that, you did that, and Uranus, and suddenly, boom, a volcano, an earthquake, something just happens. So, how to walk with that in the best way? Well, let's think. Pisces, Neptune, spirit, divinity, inspiration, channeling. If we let go of the temporary confusion or psychosis or paranoia or whatever, and just go, you know what, it's Cancer season, I'm going home, I'm feeling all kind of weird things, I don't know what this is about. I'm just going to take action inside of me to connect with spirit, to feel my intuition. Maybe I'll open a card for myself, maybe I'll just meditate on that. Mars with Uranus. we have to somehow express that fire, that urge. So this, if it's done in a healthy way, you can utilize these eruptive, sudden urges to take action for creative pursuits, to write a new song, to make a new painting, to go and exercise and go for a walk and drink lots of water, ground yourself. And this also, Mars rules the sexual desires, Uranus in Taurus, sexuality. This might be like you single ones, having the urge to kind of, go and have some sex, or feeling more confident about it and kind of breaking through your own limitation and going for it. Seeking pleasures. But just make sure that you don't lower your standards because of these eruptive kind of sudden urges. And make sure that you do it in a safe way. Sun in Cancer, and that's the main red flag day. Sunday, Monday, pay attention, okay? And this could linger to Tuesday as well, okay? So this is the main thing of this week to really be aware of, really be cautious of, and just channel this energy for creative pursuits, for spiritual pursuits. Maybe take action for healing. Maybe go and see your psychologist or your psychiatrist. Maybe go and come and get a healing session. This is Monday after evening, so as I told you, as an antidote medicine from that, on Tuesday night, here is Tuesday night, I will be at Here Yoga doing the sound healing, Mars 2207, coming off the square to Uranus. Mercury has entered Cancer season, so by Tuesday at, let's see the exact time. Okay, here it is. Okay. Tuesday 10:24 a.m. Mercury goes into Cancer. So I told you in June, Mercury started in Taurus at the beginning of June, flew through Gemini, and by the 27th of June, Mercury is already in Cancer. And, once Mercury is in Cancer, we're going from the overstimulated, interactive, socializing, talking, commerce. It comes home. And this adds up that something might stir us up. There is a potential for, just stay away from conflicts. Sunday, Monday. Stay away from fights. Stay away from arguments. And those psychos, they will try to have it. The narcissist, they will try to have it. The liars and the cheaters and the scammers, they will try to have it. You be the Leo. You be the conscious royal self. You be the sun in Cancer. Make sure that you are emotionally safe and secure, and don't take yourself to places where you're not safe, where you're not feeling emotionally at home. Don't do that to yourself. Take care of your emotional well-being. With Mercury and Neptune, just don't go there. Just take yourself into a place of inner contemplation, of inner knowing, of journaling, of talking to yourself, of talking to your therapist, of talking to a friend, or just kind of meditating and getting your own mind in order. Stillness, centeredness, through that connection to your own spirit, to your own knowing. And then Mercury comes to Cancer as well, and that's awesome because now Cancer is that water sign, is that emotional sensitivity, it's those kind of empaths kind of territory. And Cancer, the mind, the perception, the intellect, the communication comes into there with all the Neptune stationing. So the veil of spirit is thin. Things become translucent. Mercury comes into Cancer, and suddenly our mental perception is more in tune with our emotional body, with our sensitivity. And Mars and Venus in Leo are making sure that we know that what we deserve, what we don't deserve, what we want, what we don't want, it's kind of like there is no bullshit. There's just truth of heart consciousness. And that's what I'm saying. On the shadow aspect, it can get messy. On the light aspect, it could get really awesome. A whole new upgrade for your sensitivity, for your intuition, for your inner knowing, for your connection to spirit. That's why this lunar cycle of new moon in Gemini, it's all around mental mastery, because it can take you psycho and schizophrenic and kind of like mental, confused, delusioned, and all those things, And it can take you into a place of opening, like activation, downloads, channeling, mastering your own mind, having breakthroughs in your own perception, becoming conscious of unconscious patterns, and then Pluto in Capricorn squaring the moon, really doing that deep psychic surgery. Pluto is the unconscious. So Pluto, the unconscious, is restructuring, reconstructing anything that has corrupted power and abuse within us. Saturn retrograding in Pisces, correcting karmic, spiritual karma, or bringing some healing miracles to those who deserve it, Neptune stationing in Pisces, the veils become thin, the connection to spirit is very strong, it's like it's all translucent. And then Cancer season, emotional sensitivity, Mercury comes into Cancer. Before he comes to Cancer, he's squaring Neptune to make sure we really realize what it is and connect with that channel. And then he comes into Cancer and we're really channeling it, we are really sensing it and we are perceiving it. And on top of that, Mars is squaring Uranus. And that brings sudden events that stirs you up. And if we take it as catalyst for rediscovery and enlightenment of some kind, because Uranus rules enlightenment, epiphany, And so I really like this. And the highlight will be when, remember that Mercury was together with the Sun in Taurus and in Gemini, and then in Mercury retrograde in Taurus. So Mercury was together with the Sun in Taurus. Then the Sun moves into Gemini while Mercury did his retrograde. Now the Sun moved into Cancer, Mercury comes into Cancer, and only now, in next week sometime, there it is, Mercury is moving fast, on the 1st of July, oh, this is brilliant, on the 1st of July, which is next Saturday, a day before the full moon, oh, even more powerful, we'll get the next week. On the 1st of July, Neptune station retrograde and Mercury comes together with the Sun in Cancer. And there is a realization there. There is like an insight, a psychic knowing. There is something happening here. So what I'm trying to say is to motivate you to understand that whatever this coming day, especially Sunday, Monday, red flags going to bring, it's to take it as a challenge that ultimately will promote our psychic development, our spiritual development, our breakthrough, our healing, because it all starts from Mars trine Chiron. So before Mars going to square Uranus, is trining Chiron. It's kind of saying to us, hey, let's take action for healing, okay? Let's take action for healing. Okay, Mars, okay, let's heal. And then what happens? Mars goes into Uranus and suddenly like boom, unexpected, sudden, volatile, eruptive change, effect, conflict. Maybe someone will try to gaslight you, create a conflict with you, but it's like you will go like, once Neo realizes beyond the Matrix, he no longer ran away from the bullets, he just stopped the bullets. It could be that kind of a moment that you go like, oh my god, bullets coming at me from everywhere, and then you go like, wait a second, there are no bullets. You go like, wow, amazing. Okay, so this is the main things of this week with Mars square Uranus. And then on the 28th, on Wednesday, as Mars comes off Uranus and Mercury is together with Juno on Wednesday, and then what happens is that the Sun is traveling through Cancer, and then when the Sun comes into the same 7th degree, okay, here it is, I'm moving there. So Saturn is on the 7th degree and 6 minutes here, and now the Sun in Cancer, after all this eruption and all this crazy making energy of Sunday, Monday into Tuesday, then comes the Wednesday that I spoke about. Now comes Thursday morning next week, 11:35 a.m. and the Sun in Cancer, 7:06, trines. It's a grand trine, look at that. Sun 706, Grand Trine 706 Saturn in Pisces, and they both Grand Trine the Moon in Scorpio. So Cancer ruled by the Moon. The Sun is in Cancer, highlighting the Moon energy. So everything that the Moon is doing through this lunar cycle of the Sun in Cancer is even more powerful, is even more highlighted because the Sun is in Cancer. So it's important to pay attention what the Moon is doing during this month, okay? So then on Thursday, and then remember what I said at the beginning, it's also the last Cancer season with Capricorn Pluto in opposition. That's it. So it's super powerful, super important, and it's the last 4 weeks of the nodal axis in Scorpio Taurus. So the next month, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. There is a lot going to happen for the rest of this year, very active, very busy, very transformative. And so here comes the Grand Trine, and suddenly there is a smooth off. There is a reward. There is a relief. There is an emotional support. Sun in Cancer, trine Saturn retrograde in Pisces, trine the Moon in Scorpio. There is some kind of a feeling of like being supported. Something that you're going through is being supported. Something you are feeling it has some good karma in it. There's some kind of rewards for the work you have done. For the way you've come through this week, on Thursday comes a good feeling about it. You feel really good about yourself, or you feel really good about what you achieved or what you have. Okay? And this is some school holiday, so all the kids are at home. So pay attention to your children as well, because the children will feel it and you might have it with your children. If they are teenagers, even more. Oh my God, Mars square Uranus, that's a classic teenager on a rant. Teenager on hormones, testosterone, period, at home, school holiday, and it's like, well, I'm not gonna do what you're gonna tell me to do. You're gonna like, well, we planned this road trip, let's go on a road trip. I'm not going to the road trip, I can't stand these road trips, they suck. I was like, what do you mean? That's what I mean. So be aware of that and navigate wisely. It's 8:30, so as I promised, I'm aiming to do this a bit shorter because Mali is here with me. Hello Breeze. I said hello Breeze and Guy. Hello Janeline, and hello brother Robert. Good to feel you again, brother. So that's what I've got for you today. Overall, kind of a simple week, but a week to pay attention to. Remember what I said? Sunday, Monday, red flags. Away from conflicts, away from fights, away from people that are just trying to create a fire, right? And it's a good week to do some healing work. And if you need me, I'm here for you. Come and join us at He Yoga on Tuesday, 7 p.m. And healing sessions if you needed. Crypto coaching sessions if you needed. I'm here for you. And thank you all so much for your presence, for your love, for your support. And keep on showing up on the chat room and sharing yourself and sharing what's going on with you and what you know and what you can bring to the circle. And press like on this movie, subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends. And if you want to join our community, join us. Patreon.com/healingthelight. It's how you can support me and my work and what I do, what I'm offering. And this is just one part of it. There is much more happening in the Telegram chat rooms. So I'm sending you all love, beautiful people, and you stay well, stay happy, stay positive, and navigate wisely through this week. Thank you, Ma'am Ritanya Mantra, and we are going back to the beautiful set of Winter Solstice that we started before. Have a good week. Red flags. When you see the red flag, you don't go into the water. Be the smart Cancer, the smart crab. Red flags, out of the water. You're not playing in that. Connect with spirit. Take care of yourself. Be safe. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, everyone. Love you. I'm going to spend some time with Mali now. Yay! Lots of love to you all. Have a great week. Bye, beautiful people. Happy solstice, winter solstice for us down under, summer solstice for you up there. Have fun, everyone. Live life. Woo! Happy life. Have fun. Connect with spirit. Know who you are. Know who you are. I love you.